I caught my wife with another man. She delivers groceries for Walmart. So, there I was, driving down the street for work. Now, this might not sound like anything special to most people, but I hardly ever have to drive for work. In fact, I sometimes even work from home, which makes this whole situation even more bizarre. But let me back up a bit. My wife, Anna, had been working for Walmart for a while now. She said it was a great way to make some extra cash and it gave her a chance to get out of the house. She would usually take orders while I was at work, and I never really had any reason to suspect anything was going on. So, as I was driving down the street, I happened to pass a house where I saw my wife's car parked out front. It struck me as odd, because I knew she was supposed to be out delivering groceries for Walmart, but the doors on the car were closed. I didn't see any groceries, and I didn't see her anywhere. I had to drop off the materials I had to my guys down the street. It took me about 7 or 8 minutes. Of course, I decided to circle back around and drive by the house again, just to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Sure enough, there was her car, still parked in the same spot. So I decided to park down the street and wait to see if she would leave soon. I sat there for what felt like an eternity, but was probably only about 10 minutes, which was way more time than was needed to make a delivery. I sent her a text. No response. My blood began to boil. My wife still hadn't left the house. That's when I decided to take matters into my own hands. I drive right up into the driveway, blocking her in. I got out of my truck and started walking toward the house. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to confront her about this. I started pounding on the front door, yelling for her to come out, but there was no response. Frustrated, I walked around to the side door and started pounding on that one too. Still, no response. At this point, I was fuming. I felt like a crazy person, pounding on all the doors to this stranger's house, but I needed answers. I made my way to the back door, and that's when I heard it, the sound of the front door opening. I rushed back around to the front of the house just in time to see my wife sheepishly trying to get into her car. "What the hell are you doing here, Anna?" I demanded, trying to keep my voice as steady as possible. She just stood there, not saying a word. She looked like a deer caught in headlights, and I could tell she was trying to figure out how to get out of this situation. "Are you just going to sit there, or are you going to give me an explanation?" I continued, my voice rising with each word. Anna just stood there, frozen, still not saying a word. I couldn't believe it. I had caught her red-handed, and she was acting like she had done nothing wrong. Finally, I pulled out my phone and started recording. Well, since you won't say anything, I guess I'll just have to capture this moment for posterity. "It's not every day you catch your wife cheating on you," I said sarcastically, trying to keep my anger in check. Anna finally reacted, hiding her face and trying to slither into her car. But there was no way I was going to let her get away that easily. I blocked her path with my truck, forcing her to stay put. "Please, just let me go," she begged, finally breaking her silence. "I'm so sorry. I never meant for you to find out like this." But her pleas fell on deaf ears. I wasn't about to let her off the hook that easily. I demanded an explanation, and I wasn't going to let her leave until I got one. After what felt like hours, Anna finally broke down and confessed everything. She had been seeing this guy for a few months now, sneaking around behind my back while she was supposed to be working for Walmart. She told me his name was Chris, and he was separated from his wife. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My entire world had been turned upside down in an instant. I felt betrayed, heartbroken, and completely blindsided. But my anger didn't stop there. I wanted Chris to pay for what he had done, too. And since the bastard was too weak and pathetic to come out the door and defend his new love for my wife, I had to choose whether or not to go in after him or not. He could have been a gun owner, and if I had gone in there, he could have shot me in self-defense. So, I did the only thing I could think of. I called his estranged wife. When I told her what had happened, she was almost as shocked as I was. Apparently, she had noticed some Facebook chatter between them in the comments section of some mutual friends' posts. She had almost reached out to me to ask me if I was aware that they may be up to something. Damn, I wish she had done so. That would have saved me some time, for sure. She went on to say that Chris had been trying to win her back and convince her to let him move back in. That after hearing my story, she knew there was no way she could ever trust him again. In the end, Anna and I got divorced. Chris's wife ended up divorcing him too. It was a painful and devastating time for all of us, but I knew it was the right decision. I couldn't stay with someone who had betrayed me in such a terrible way. After everything that happened, I decided it was time to share my story here on Reddit. I wanted to warn others about the potential dangers of gig jobs like Walmart. While it may seem like a convenient way to make some extra cash, it can also be a breeding ground for infidelity and betrayal. I'm grateful that I found out the truth about Anna before I wasted any more time on a relationship that was built on lies. I'm grateful for the support I received from friends, family, and even strangers on the internet. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to start over and find happiness in a new, healthier relationship. So, to anyone out there who might be in a similar situation, I want to offer a word of caution. Pay attention to your gut instincts. If something feels off, it's worth investigating. And if you do discover that your partner is cheating, know that you're not alone. There's a whole community of people out there who have been through the same thing and are ready to offer support and understanding. Let me see here. No, I don't see an option for that kind of service on my Walmart app. Has this sort of thing happened to you or someone you know? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.